humanity. I'm Spacebug. This is Magik for the Masses, and today we're going to veer a little out of the normal range of what I like to cover on this channel and talk about something that I just love, anime. I was watching an episode of Anime IRL. I'll put the link to their channel in the description. And somehow the point of no well-written female characters came up. I commented on the video and got a little backlash from the other viewers, and I thought, it's finally time I make this video about well-written women in shonen. I'm a woman and a massive fan of Shonen Anime, so I feel like I get to kind of be an authority on this. So today, I'm going to talk about 10 excellently written female characters in Shonen Anime. This is part 1. I have a couple more lovely ladies in mind for part 2. Shonen Anime is a genre that's made for young boys. So male protagonists, themes about determination and friendship, emphasis on battle of some kind. I'm sure you're aware of it if you've made it this far. But I figured an explanation was important. If we're going to dissect what makes a character well written, we should definitely establish a baseline of the criteria for the genre. Let's get started. Oh, spoiler warning. I read manga. I'm going to try not to, but there's a chance, so you've been warned. I don't give a damn about men are this and women have to be that. You can keep all that shit to yourself. I love myself when I'm all dressed up, and I love myself when I'm kicking ass. Nobara Kubasaki. English dub JJK. I don't know what else I need to say. Well-written female character. When I first heard this quote, I lost it. Nobara doesn't care about anyone else's opinion on what makes a man or a woman valuable. She knows her worth because she determines what that worth is. She plays a very major support role for the protagonist Yuji in some of the most vital fights in the story. She's feminine in her own way, but she still exemplifies the shonen trope of friendship being vital to success and giving it your all and defying expectations. She's not the hysterical, angry female support character that we so often see in shonen, nor is she the I'm just here for the hero to save. She makes a difference. She's not afraid of sacrifice. She's a great and heroic character. Nobara gets a 10 out of 10 on the well-written female character scale. Next, we move to Jujutsu Kaisen's second-year student, Maki Zenin. Alright, so keeping with shonen themes, personal growth through unsurmountable struggle, emphasis on teamwork being essential to success, not letting destiny or background determine your path or value, righteous rebellion against the forces of suppression and injustice. Gege has given Maki one of the most fleshed-out feeling backgrounds. Her coming-of-age arc was powerful, painful, and fulfilling to read. She has to keep facing herself to root out her flaws and finally become her true self, letting go of the expectations she gave herself to discover the well of her true power. She's certainly not a hindrance in any fight. She is loved and respected by her peers. 10 out of 10, well-written female character. Sticking with Maki energy, let's talk about Fire Force. Maki Ozai, First Class Fire Soldier, Company 8. She understands what it takes to destroy a man. Maki Ozai is probably my favorite and most revered female character in anime. A role model for all women. Soft, beautiful, with a head full of fairy tales, unmatched among strength in the second generation. Peak physical strength gained through hard work and discipline, dedicated and loyal to her team and to helping people in general. She's respected and counted on by her peers and superior officers. Could there be a better written character for the shonen trope? She wasn't comfortable in the role of caged bird, and if she had stayed in that role, it would have meant absolute death for her team and countless others in the Fire Force universe. She forges her own path, honor, and integrity. She believes in teamwork and doesn't have to rely on anyone for her safety. 20 out of 10. Brilliantly written female character. Shout out, Maki, you are the best. Sticking with Fire Force, let's talk about Tamaki Kotetsu. No, I'm just playing. But all of you that felt that lava in your chest, how dare she? You're the problem. When I mentioned Maki in my comments in the Anime IRL video, people were coming for me about how terrible Tamaki is. I feel like I said that wrong. Anyway, as if it somehow takes away from the quality of character creation that went into making Maki. First off, you might be a bit sensitive. Tamaki is a bit of a gay character, but in line with shonen themes, She wants to get stronger to protect her friends, and she works towards that goal. Am I going to sit here and say that she's a well-rounded, powerful female character and a role model for all women? Absolutely not. But I do think it's important to note that she's literally no worse than Master Roshi. Like, she's literally the other side of the coin. So let's all just chill and not let one unlucky ledger lord take away the quality of the other well-written women characters in the story. It's not that serious. Loot is life. Next, let's pop over to Naruto's 5th Hokage, Lady Tsunade, who is not a weak woman. When you get recognized by Madara Uchiha, you automatically get respect on your name. But I know what you're thinking. A gambling alcoholic who runs off on her debts? A medical ninja who's afraid of blood? How is that a well-written character? It absolutely is. Lady Tsunade is a very well-written female character. She has flaws, weaknesses. So does every realistic character. That's part of what makes us feel connected to the characters in the first place. She's beautiful. It's unparalleled strength. And has to go through a lot of character growth. She learns to believe in people again, overcoming her fears to help others. She's respected and counted on. She's carrying around a lifetime of tragedy in 106 centimeters. Not to mention enough chakra to put her entire body back together on a molecular level before she fought Madara Uchiha. She is core to forming the system of medical ninjutsu in the Hidden League, and strong enough to leave all the rules behind. Tsunade is an excellent female character, flaws and all. 10 out of 10. Sticking with Naruto, let's give a quick shout out to a well-written female character who, despite being incredibly important to the story, doesn't get as much fleshing out as we would have liked. Hinata Hyuga, wife of the MC, mother of Boruto and Himawari Uzumaki, princess of the Hyuga clan. She doesn't really get as much attention as I would have liked for the importance of her role, but she gets enough to show us how wonderful of a character she is. She's timid, completely in love with Naruto, but so shy that she starts to faint whenever he comes around. Is this the powerful female archetype we want for characters? Sure, because women come in all shapes, sizes, temperaments, and mentalities. The point is, she's well written. She struggles, trains relentlessly. She refuses to give up, even though her skills are not always adequate. Although, in the end, she's an absolute monster. She doesn't get to showcase that strength, but we know it's there. She's the Byakugan goddess. She doesn't have to always be on the front line to be a respectably well-written female character. She's loving and understanding mother and wife. Not the standard notion of strong, but still a very well-written female. 10 out of 10. Let's sail on over to the world of One Piece for a moment. Nico Robin, double fruit user, archaeologist, all-around badass female. Nico freaking Robin, am I right? Intelligence, beauty, complex, strong. She's a genius. One of the only people in the One Piece universe that can read poneglyphs. She's complicated and she goes through a lot of suffering, but finds a reason to live in friendships. And she fights to protect that treasure with every ounce of her being. How does she fight? Well, with combat. She's one of the toughest female characters in One Piece when it comes to actual combat. She's not a sit-on-the-sidelines kind of gal. Robin gets in there and gets her many, many hands dirty. She personifies shonen dedication, turning into growth and actual physical power. She has a dream, a goal, and instead of being willing to die for it, she decides to live for it and her friends. She's a woman, yeah, a masterfully written woman, shonen character. 10 out of 10, Robin. Let's leave the open seas for the Soul Society and talk about Rukia Kuchiki from Bleach. Rukia is an invaluable character. We literally wouldn't have a story if she didn't show up in Karakura Town. So importance in the story is established. Does the second season start because Rukia needed to be saved by big strong man Ichigo? Yeah. Do I think that takes away from her value as a female character in Shonen? I do not. Here's why. Rukia is smart. She cares about her friends, and she knows how to snap the MC out of a funk like literally no one else can. She's indisputably powerful. Sode no Shirayuki. On that note, having the most beautiful Zanpakuto in the Soul Society is definitely a power move. Considering that in order to use it to its full potential, she has to literally die, I would say she's brave and resolute as well. Even when Rukia is young in the Soul Society in the Rukon district, she becomes a caregiver for her peers. She She's got a mom vibe that enhances the lives of everyone she comes in contact with. Does her brother have to save her in Wakamundo? Yeah. But strength isn't the only part of writing a good character. Growing her relationship with her brother, who tried to have her killed, for reasons, was a more important factor in the writing than just giving Rukia a one-shot. 10 out of 10. Well-written female in Shonen. Also, I just want to say, Renji may take a lot of L's, but you pulled the ultimate W with Rukia. The last female character I'm going to talk about today is Videl from the Dragon Ball universe. Videl Satan? No, she doesn't have a last name. Whatever. Wife of Gohan, mother of Pan. A human that learns to fly and fights crime like a pro. In Dragon Ball Z, at least. All the characteristics that made Videl wonderful in Dragon Ball Z were basically forgotten in a race. That she could be a mom in Dragon Ball Super. Very disappointing. But in Dragon Ball Z, she's competent, intelligent, dedicated, and she's strong. She doesn't give up on what she believes in, and she fights for those beliefs relentlessly. She's dope. One thing that I really like about Videl is that she's not the typical hysterical female character we see in Dragon Ball, like Chi-Chi or Bulma, who I love, but have a tendency to lose their minds and scream in the face of people who are in no way at fault for their troubles. Videl's got a much more rational and measured personality. She's scared, and that goes a long way in the Dragon Ball female character writing world. She breaks out of the box of female and human frailty, deciding to go where she wants, how she wants. I respect the hell out of that. So, like I said, I have several females in mind for part 2. Some My Hero Academia, maybe more Bleach, Demon Slayer, maybe a non-shonen character or two that I'm really fond of. And I know you guys are in the comments are going to be hit me about Frieren, a female NC, and I'm going to finish watching that before I make the second video. I just don't like to be sad, and the first few episodes were sad. But I know she's Major League fan favorite, so we'll touch on it, I promise. Honorable mentions that can't wait for the second video. We're going to start with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I guess this isn't technically a shonen anime, but the women are well written. And Avatar is literally one of the best animated stories from the first episode to the last. Toph, Earthbending Master, first ever metal bender. Toph's character in Avatar: The Last Airbender is so one of my favorites. I'm not really thrilled with how she turns out in Korra, but whatever. She's a very interesting, powerful, fun character who is unapologetically herself. Something all women should try to be, themselves. Katara, waterbending master. Katara is the GOAT. Kind, motherly, feminine, unbelievably powerful, disciplined, dedicated. She can get a bit hysterical at times, but that doesn't take away from the powerful writing that makes her a top female character in any story. Suki, leader of the Kyoshi Warriors. That's some girl. You guys say more? When we're introduced to Suki, she reminds us that you can be a warrior and a girl. She's an OP beast of physical power and generally sweet and thoughtful. She's brave, brilliant in combat. I mean, if you watch the show, what else do I need to say? You can't really disagree that Suki is an exceptional female character. Last honorable mention, and I'm ready for the heat I'm going to catch for this one. Sakura Uchiha. I say Uchiha because, let's face it, in the first part of Naruto, Sakura was the embodiment of trash. She was an insensitive, love-struck child. But in her defense, she was a child. And watching the person she has become through the story, she's kind of a GOAT. Strongest physical combatant in current-day Konoha. That's why they keep her in the hospital. A lot of the strongest characters in the Naruto universe are on the bench in Boruto, because the main protagonist in the first half could absorb jutsu, so powerhouse physical impact had to be benched, or the story wouldn't have gone very far. Anyway, she's Tsunade's apprentice, giving her the 100 healing jutsu. Absolutely powerful. And as her husband says in the fight against Shin Uchiha, my wife is not weak. The only nice thing he's ever said about her. Anyway, I'm just trying to say Sakura's growth as a character is the reason why I love her, and I think you should too. We're going to talk about her daughter, the first Uchiha Hokage, eventually, in the next video. Thanks for watching.